Hi guys, Dr. Ray of Chiropractic Plus here with Dr. Nick. We're going to talk today about something called systemic inflammation. So Dr. Nick, tell the folks on the camera land, if you will, about what does it mean to have systemic inflammation? What kind of things might manifest?
All right, guys, so when you have systemic inflammation, that can be leading to anything from chronic headaches to RA to joint pain, muscle pain, like fibro, any autoimmune condition,
Cancer,
thyroid, everything that the whole body is just literally on fire.
Mm-hmm. And that's really what brain could be: Alzheimer's, dementia, brain fog. Yeah, and like he said, on fire. And that's really what it is: the body on fire, brain on fire, gut on fire. Your body is inflamed. So, and I got to tell you guys, what percent of people probably have this?
Like at least 90%.
So you're probably watching this video, it's probably you, all right?
Yeah.
So let's talk about getting this inflammation in check, shall we? Okay, now the first thing we're gonna talk about is the inflammatory cascade, all right? Now, again, I'm gonna try to use as few of technical words as I can, but the idea is it has to do with the immune response, all right? And when the immune response is inappropriate, it causes the body to attack itself, systemic inflammation, all these things manifest. So the first thing we want to talk about is vitamin A and D. Now vitamin A and D activate the immune system, all right? Now there's three parts: Th1, Th2, and Th3, all right? Th1 is the Pac-Man, the wonka 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 guy, all right? He's eating up all the debris, oxidative damage, bacteria, viruses, parasites, and the like. So we want that guy to be doing his job. Now the opposite of that guy, or the other side of the immune system, if you will, is the antigen antibody. Okay? Now basically it's a flag. I call it the deputy with the flags and the sheriff with the gun. He runs around tagging bad guys, antigens, and then the sheriff, the Th3, the killer cells, pow, shoots all the bad guys. Make sense? Now the guy in the middle, Th3, he's the helper cell. He calms down those two guys and directs traffic by donating or stealing electrons. Now when your body is healthy, he steals electrons from these guys to activate them, to go kill those parasites, bacteria, viruses, whatever invaded you. Sticks, dirt, if you punctured a wound, whatever it might be. So the challenge is those when we have systemic inflammation, he winds up donating a lot of electrons to calm down the immune system so you don't kill yourself, right? And so what happens is he depletes out of electrons. Now we got to get more of these helper cells when you're systemically inflamed. And vitamin A and D is where that happens. That's the activation phase of the immune system. Protect you against yourself, basically. Now, ultimately, the electrons get depleted. So this guy just knows no more electrons. So where are we going to get it? Well, the glutathione is the answer. So glutathione is an electron donor. Think of it as a bottle of electrons to help the helper cells, all right? Now, the challenge with glutathione is absorption. Now, we use AC glutathione. It's acetylated. It's attached to an acetyl molecule, which allows it to penetrate through the gut into the body. But there's a new form that they've come out with, which is tied to a fat molecule. It's called trisomal glutathione. This is relatively new, very, very, very effective. This is good antioxidant protection and also donates those electrons we talked about. So this is going to help the helper cells when they run out of electrons. All right? So we've got to get more vitamin A and vitamin D to activate the helpers. Glutathione's kind of the superhero that's going to donate those electrons to keep the process going. Now, once we become systemically inflamed, our body needs to calm down. And the way we do that with something called Tumero. Now, the Tumero is a turmeric. It's the same thing as the spice. And it is a curcuminoid, which is the most powerful anti-inflammatory in the body, brings down the systemic inflammation. Now, the other guy, resveratrol, the same stuff found in red wine, okay? But the resveratrol, that is a regenerative. It regenerates those tissues to help the damage that's already occurred. So this is like, helps the damage that's been done, and the other ones are rebooting and fixing the immune response, okay? Now, the bigger challenge now at this point is that the superhero, glutathione, has a kryptonite. So this glutathione has a kryptonite. And what that is the inflammation becomes so depleted that we end up firing up a system called the inflammatory nitrous oxide system. Now there's three parts to the NOS system. The exercise induced, which is what we teach, the HIIT training.
Which is good.
That's the good stuff to help bring down that inflammation. Then there's the NNOS system, which is the nutritionally derived. And that's where we're going to use something called nitric balance. This is formulated from an amino acid called L-arginine, becomes nitric oxide, not nitrous, that's the stuff you get at the dentist's office to help you, laughing gas, doesn't make you laugh, I'm sorry, but the nitric balance shuts off that horrible inflammatory nitrous oxide system. It's the INOS we're trying to neutralize with this. So that'll take care of the final step in the process. Now another thing, and you always hear about fish oils being so good for you. Well, fish oils are anti-inflammatory. What they do is they help through the fish oil system get derived into something called the prostaglandin. Now it's E2 and E3. Those are your anti-inflammatory type prostaglandins throughout your body. So I'm going to recommend omega-3 SE. This is the liquid form. We have some patients and they swear by this. They say they just open up the cap, put a straw in and drink it because it's such a huge benefit for anti-inflammatory in the joints, muscles, headaches, and anything for that matter. So that's the skinny on body inflammation, guys. Pick up those supplements at the office. If you call ahead of time, we'll pull them for you, and then we'll get those things ordered, and I'll get a bag for you to pick them up at the office. You can also just call the office at 303-254-8043. We'll have those ready for you. Or you can just tell us online, just make notes on this, come in with your list and say, I want my systemic inflammation in check, and they'll pull all these buggers for you. Guys, a little bit on inflammation. I hope you learned a few things. Share this video with friends. It's always good to share this information around so everybody can get as healthy as humanly possible. Dr. Nick, any final thoughts?
No, yeah, guys, just this is the protocol essentially, that if you or anybody that you know that may be dealing with any type of these issues with systemic inflammation, this is the protocol for you guys, and this is really going to help get your body back in check.
Yeah, and this is resolving the inflammatory process, not living on things like anti-inflammatory medications, which blocks an enzyme, which actually damages your heart, burns holes in your stomach. And so stay away from the anti-inflammatory medications. They may temporarily help. This is going to provide a regeneration of your immune response, not just masking the inflammation. So guys, take care, and looking forward to seeing you in the office. See you soon. Bye-bye.